Bulavinaka, Namaste, and welcome to the 2017 Vision Mottos USB Young Leaders Forum. Yes.
We trust everyone is fine and dandy today. We'll head straight to housekeeping. By the way, this is David and I'm Zakia, and we'll be your host till before morning tea today.
Right, yes.
So David,
Yep.
What do our guests do if they have any questions or queries?
All right, so if you have any questions, our delegates that are visiting us today, beside you there is a buddy that, remember, that greeted you at the aisles. That person will be able to assist you if you ever need anything, if you're lost on site today. Yeah.
Okay, and can you tell us where the bathrooms are?
All right, if you want to visit the washroom, if you just go up on the exit point there, straight on your left, you'll find the washroom convenient, ready for you today. Yes. And
What about if we're hungry?
oh, if you're hungry, oh yeah, this is a no-eating zone. Only drinking water is allowed here to keep you hydrated through the day, yes. Oh yeah, what if I get a call today in my mobile?
Okay, you'll have to tell your girlfriend to wait.
All right, that's sure.
So I'll advise everybody to keep your phones on silent or vibration, and maybe when you get time during morning tea or lunch, and then you can use your phones.
Right, yeah. That's about it for housekeeping this morning, Zakia.
Yep,
Right.
stay hydrated, and please don't hesitate to show your enthusiasm.
Right.
I just have a little icebreaker, so you know everyone gets very comfortable. So I want you all to cooperate and say spot 5 times. So when I say go, I want you to say spot, 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 yeah? So 1, 2, 3, go. Spot, spot, spot. Okay. What do you do when you see the green lights? Stop? Really? Go, you go, because it's the green lights, yeah.
Clap for yourself. Well done for the icebreaker this morning.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, give yourselves an applause, everybody. In the words of Harry S. Truman, he was one of the presidents of the United States, men make history and not the other way around. In periods where there is no leadership, society stands still. Progress occurs when courageous, skillful leaders seize the opportunity to change things for the better, unquote. And we call upon one such leader. He is the University of the South Pacific chaplain, Reverend Dr. Bruce Yates, for his dedication. Dr. Yates.
At the beginning of the University of the South Pacific 2017 Student Leadership Forum, let us pause for a few moments and come together as one. Let us pray. Recognizing the diversity and richness of the faith, spiritual, and wisdom traditions among all present this morning, let us respect and honor each other, and in so doing, acknowledge a spirit within us, a spirit among us, and a spirit around us. In the matting of Pacific life, let us be aware that we are woven together with one another, with the environment in which we live, learn, and work. And in so doing, may we recognize the cultural heritage and diversity of Pacific societies. Let us learn now from the traditions that have guided the peoples of the Pacific in the past as we journey together into the future. Today we pause and give thanks for bringing us all together in this year's forum as we weave the theme of leadership styles, what works today. As we gather the weavers of our Pacific mat, we acknowledge the student leaders representing the major tertiary institutions around Fiji, and welcome those who will facilitate the discussion forums and those who will be sharing their personal leadership experiences. Through our interactions today, may we discern leadership styles that will meet the needs of the peoples of the Fiji, those of the Pacific, and beyond. May the leaders of the tertiary institutions represented here today have the acumen and commitment to provide a diverse, equitable, and inclusive learning and work environment that is free from discrimination and sexual harassment in all educational institutions throughout the country. May creativity and innovation be the hallmark of your learning and work today and throughout your studies as you research and action ways to improve the quality of life of the peoples of the Pacific. And may we realize that families, living groups, and communities are the foundations of support in study and work at all our institutions, and that the consciousness of loving and being loved brings a warmth and richness to life that nothing else can bring. May the spirit of love remain with you all. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Yates, for the lovely prayer.
And yes, you can now turn to your neighbor, shake the hand of that person, and tell that person, welcome to USP. Right, and also we extend a warm welcome to our visitors from the north and from Lautoka and all over Fiji that are here today. Young leaders, once again, big welcome to you all. Now call upon the ladies to garland our chief guest this morning.
I have a quiz question for you guys. So if you know the answer, I would like you to just raise your hand. And then Courtney here will give you one rose out of the box of roses, and you can choose which one you want. So I want to know which leader coached Fiji into getting its first ever gold medal at the Olympics. Please raise your hand if you know the answer. Tivita, could you please choose one of the, like whoever you can see raising their hand, please choose someone. Yeah, you seem very biased towards the Lambasa people. Are you from Lambasa? Okay, because they're very friendly, right?
It's okay, we'll just leave that as it is.
What
is the name? What is the name of the song?
You have to...
It is
What's your answer? Hi.
Mr. Ben Ryan.
That's right. What's your name? Please tell us your name.
Hi, I'm Vandana from Lambasa, USP Lambasa campus.
Oh, excellent. She's right. Hello, Vandana. And could you please... Thank you. Excellent. Give her another round of applause, everybody. Okay, one more question. Which leader said the following words? Be the change you wish to see in the world. Very famous leader. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Okay, so you raise your hand first. What's the answer? That's right. Can you be louder though?
Mahatma Gandhi.
That's right. Mahatma Gandhi. You can choose one of the top. Excellent. Oh, sorry. What's your name, by the way?
Willie Kesa, sir.
Okay, thank you, Willie Kesa.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for taking much of your time this morning. And I would like to invite the Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Law and Education here at the University of the South Pacific, Dr. Akanisi Kenrayate, to deliver her welcome address. Round of applause.
Very good morning to all of you, particularly those who have traveled from other institutions to be here with us this morning. And first of all, I would like to acknowledge and welcome our guest for this event, Mr. Ajay, the CEO for the Vision Group, Vision Motors in particular, who in the last hour agreed to come and be our guest. Not only that, his group has sponsored this function. So let's give him a big hand. It's not only a stranger to the university. He has been in the universities in various seminars that have been held here, and also his better half, he's here with us, teaching with us. So let's give him another clap. Well, you know, what a delight to be here every year to welcome leaders and young leaders to this function. The University of the South Pacific stages this event every year, and the Faculty of Arts, Law and Education organizes and implements it through our student learning support. And we're so delighted this year to have all of you. Some of you have come from Vanuatu, from the west, and from within our own campus here, you know, to be at this very important function. Every year, Bruce and I attend this function. Thank you, Bruce, for the lovely prayer. Bruce is our chaplain and also was my associate dean, and recently he had been asked to take on another responsibility, and I was so delighted this morning when I came up, I saw him coming up. I thought I was desperately trying to find him yesterday, but he's here with us. And every year for the last 5 years or so, we have been part of this gathering. And it's always good, you know, when you have been at the university and you go out to the community and you see young CEOs and leaders and ministers who have been through the university. You know, for us, it's a great satisfaction that this university must be doing something right with our young leaders. So today is an important day. And at the outset, let me say that last year when I sat here and one of our postgraduate students doing his PhD was our guest, you know, he gave a very inspiring talk, and he said that, I remember what he said. He said, leadership is not something that you do to another person. Leadership begins with us. Leadership begins with each one of us, which means we are leaders in our own right. And when we know that, you know, that will shape who we are, that will determine, you know, what our visions are, and that will also determine, you know, how we communicate and how we relate to the people we work with. And so, Professor Benin said, you know, leadership is a functional activity, and I do agree with him. Many times we talk about the attributes, we talk about the qualities, but it is an everyday affair. It involves when we wake up, right? You're deciding for yourselves what to wear, how to comb your hair, what to dress. You are leading yourself to be the kind of person you want to look when you get out out of your home. So that is what leadership is all about. We are here to be able to come. As you hear the panel members speaking about leadership, we are reflecting with our own lives. What kind of person am I? Am I a leader? Am I leading myself well? And so we begin to reflect on ourselves. We begin to see whether, you know, we are the type of person who knows, you know, what our dreams and where our goals are. And that is one important thing about leading our lives, our own lives, to know what our dreams and what our visions are. Where are you going? Where am I going? We begin to ask ourselves questions. And how do I get there? And when we begin to interrogate those questions within ourselves, then you'll find that you are beginning, you know, to reflect on your own leadership qualities and functionalities to be able, to live in this world. It is only when you can lead yourselves well, then you will be able to lead others. If we're not able to lead ourselves, we will never be able to lead others. So it is important this morning, as you hear the panel members who have been through, particularly our guest speaker, who is a young CEO who's been able, to make it to the top and doing very well and won the Grandmaster recently, and, find out what is it that makes RJ ticks? What is it that makes another person ticks to be where they are? So I hope that as you listen to the speakers, at the same time reflect on your own journey of leadership. Many times, we think that leadership is about other people leading us. And today I want you to change that by saying, I'm a leader, and I would like to lead my life better. I would like to fulfill my dreams and my goal. All of you are at tertiary institutions. And if you have to do that, then you will lead yourselves, by having, to work hard, by having to fulfill the requirements that are required of you to be able to achieve your goals. And when you have done that, you can say, yes, I have led my life well at the university or at National University of Fiji, National University or University of Fiji, or wherever you are at the moment. And then you can go out there, because those internal leadership qualities that you acquire for yourselves, sometimes you don't have to say it. It comes out naturally with others. Without anybody telling you what to do, you will just naturally do what needs to be done. That's what happens with people, who are equipped with those attributes, with those qualities. You don't have to tell people what to do. They see it through you. You are an exemplary to what needs to be done. In the leadership literature, I see that said you must communicate your leadership qualities. To me, that's okay. But the best is through our actions and through what we do. Words do help, but the action speaks louder than words. We have very good debaters. We have very good people, whom we have nurtured and mentored in the university. It takes them 4 years, 5 years to complete their degrees. Why is that? Because they have to lead. It's not about talking. It's not about just thinking. It's about thinking, talking, and most of all, doing. So when these three are combined, you are actually on a strong path of what we talk about as what we know as a functional leader. I must say that, there's somebody that I learn a lot from, Bruce, who's sitting here. He doesn't talk much, but, his action speaks louder than words. And I have learned a lot from him. So it is important for us to speak less, but to do more. And that is important. And we are challenged in an academic institutions like ours, where we have to communicate, where we have to argue. That's good. But at the end of all that, do your assignment, hand in your assignment, get A+. That's what we want. Because at the end of the day, leadership qualities are judged by what the outcomes are. And that is why we're fortunate today to have somebody who has been through the mill, who has shown to Fiji one of the leading group. And not only that, they're not only leading to in entrepreneurship, but also they're supporting the community, and they're supporting young leaders like us to be able to be prepared so that we can also aspire to greater things, to leadership positions through hard work, perseverance, resilience. And that is what is required in leadership. In leadership too, I must say that you have to go through challenges, you have to go through hardship, but it is by persevering. It is by not giving up. It is by saying there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I will reach there. Never give up. There's always hope. And when you have all those, you'll be able to achieve your goals. It's touched this morning by Bruce's prayer that in all things, we love one another. And I think a good leader will always have that as his foundation. The love for humankind, the love for the less fortunate, the love for the oppressed and the poor, the love for those who cannot speak for themselves. We can sit in high chairs, we can achieve high qualification. If we do not have time to share with the less fortunate and those who are in need in society, then, we will find that what we do, we'll keep on searching, we will never find that peace. So thank you, Bruce, for reminding us this morning that in all that we do, in leading our own lives and being given the opportunity to help others, to facilitate that leadership, we may not lose sight of our humanity, which is grounded on love. And with those words, I wish you all the best for this 2017 Youth Forum on Leadership. And I hope that when you complete your studies at your tertiary institutions, that we will be proud of you. You will go out there and stand on your own and shine in whatever field that you are. But never forget to love those who need that human touch. CEO and Bruce and Celeste and Anna, the coordinators of this, and all of you, thank you for being here today. And I hope that the future is bright, and I wish you all success in the upcoming exam, whenever that is going to be. Vinaka Gainabad.
Thank you very much, Dr. Akanisi, for those words of welcome. Another round of applause to the Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Law and Education. I now have the privilege of calling over the chief guest for today, but before I do, I would like to give a brief introduction of our chief guest this morning. Our chief guest is the CEO of Vision Motors, Mr. Ajay Lal. He's married with 3 children. He's a Fijian, and point to note, he's multilingual, so be careful of what you say around him. He might track you if you say something inappropriate this morning. I will not be going in detail with his qualification because he is a very qualified person. And I'll now give the floor and the stage to the CEO for his official address. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Reverend Dr. Bruce, Dean, Faculty of Arts, Law and Education, Dr. Akanisi Kendriate, guest speakers, convener, delegates, fellow friends sitting here in the front. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. In real life situation, it is not very common whereby an author stands in front of a crowd and reads his or her own 400 or so page book. It's normally the reader who will move to the bookstore and pick the book of his or her choice. Well, the situation here this morning is a little different. I have been asked, or I'm supposed to be sharing or offloading some of my personal experiences in regard to leadership. So if you find me blabbing, I'd like to apologize in advance. In delivering my talk here this morning, I'm not willing to make, or I'm not wittingly making any references to any management, leadership, findings, research, or written references. What I will be doing is I'll begin with sharing my pragmatic description of leadership and some degree of experience as I have grown into my position that I hold today. A centrist or a balanced view about leadership amongst a vast majority of individuals is that leadership is all about management. It's about managers who come into roles through maturity, power, luck, hierarchical genome of organizations. People often tend to believe that leadership is all about fame, money, rubbing shoulders with the elite. I beg to differ, which I will share with you shortly. The same goes on to another very common adage linked to leadership, that people are the most important asset of any organization. And you will crumple to hear that people are no longer the most important asset of the organization, but only the right people are the most important asset of today's organizations. And each of these right people need to have some degree of leadership attribute within them. Principally, I see leadership as a self-developing and a self-controlling instrument that allows individuals to choose the pace and give a shape to the balance of their lives and lifestyle. Leadership is that affluence that allows you to catapult and find absolute success, irrespective of what the external challenges may be. Whether you have been deserted from families, friends, you have just been stripped of your nominated or appointed roles, or all of your personal belongings have been taken away from you. Delegates, a common idiom that often floats in the minds of many is why some leaders are successful and some are not. Well, this question can be answered in many ways, or in a variety of ways. Keeping it in context with my opening comments, I cannot disagree that leadership is actually an offspring of attitude, which when critically examined actually falls in two key bands. First is fixed attitude, and second is growth attitude. And I'm sure you'll be able to calculate very, very quickly which one belongs to a prolific leader. Now imagine if growth attitude was available in the form of a pill. You all know what pill is. Pills are nowadays available for many reasons. Pills for bodybuilding, pills for looking good, pills for growing hair. Wouldn't it be nice if it was available and we were to consume and start propelling ourselves like rockets? Unfortunately, no. Leadership does not work that way, because leadership is not about any placebo effect. It has to be natural, it has to come in a form, it has to come with control, and it has to have a firm structure, which must be fermented by our own selves from within. And although I had said that I'm not going to make any reference, it is common knowledge that leaders are not born. Leaders are made. And we individually, we are greatly responsible for that making to a larger degree. But then think for a while. If we all could instill that growth attitude instead and say to ourselves, I'll do it, irrespective of how many times I fail, what would we be singing if we had that sort of mentality? It can't finish unless I win. We would be singing, it can't finish unless I win. Because quite simply, the reason or the only reason we fail is because we stop trying. Leadership starts from within you, as I had said earlier, and the Dean in our opening comments had highlighted as well. You need to take absolute control of yourself before attempting to focus on anything externally. Here we need to be articulate, accurately identifying our needs and aspirations, and register these within our central nervous system with an auto-reminder update for frequent revisits, which we in commercial terms call follow-up. I'm sure you do the same thing when you study your notes. On a more serious note, we need to learn when to say yes and when to say no. That is one of the biggest problems that we find employees continue to harbor. A popular observation is that failure often wins its place because we can't be firm on our decision making due to unearthly reasons such as cultural sensitivities, unwilling to challenge status quo, and wanting to be that jolly good guy or girl in the eyes of the others. These are serious weaknesses that many of us continue to harbor, and until we change our attitude, we'll never win because we haven't even made a start. Ladies and gentlemen, I first gained my initial leadership position at the age of 24.5 years, without any commerce degree. In this role, I was responsible for attending to 64 employees. And again, neither I had any people skills or any specific skills on managing people. But I was very successful. I was driven on the back of my attitude. It can't finish until I win. I remember the panel that had interviewed me consisted of 3 executives, when one of the senior executives, an expatriate employee, asked me, "Son, don't you think you're too young for this role?" And I responded, and I'll need to quote myself, especially when we are here in the domain of the academics. The world is complex. I said, "I don't think that age should be a qualification. It is the delivery that matters. And I'm here with a lot of confidence telling you I will deliver." So you may ask, how did I get that answer so quickly, spontaneously? Quite rightly, I had my life's objectives very well engraved in my mind. And no doubt, when considering the power or the unimaginable power of the mind and how it processes information, particularly when it's complemented with with a strong attitude, like, "It can't finish until I win," you get all the answers. The brain cooperates very, very perfectly. But the bottom line remains that we need to have control and unleash the leadership within us. I had the attitude to believe that it can finish until I win, and that's why I had gone with maximum force of presentation during that interview. Why did I go for the interview? I went to the interview to collect that job. I wanted that job. I just did not want to be another participant. That was my attitude at that age. Ever wondered why the New Zealand All Blacks 15s are such a powerful and successful team? For the All Blacks, each of the 15 players who are running on the field are leaders. They are trained, groomed to be decision makers. And this was very evident 3 weeks ago when All Blacks, I need to ask, is there any Springbok ardent fan in this group here? Sorry, I don't have appeal to Susan because you're going to be... A game where New Zealand beat Springboks 57 points to 0. In the first quarter of the game, a penalty was awarded to New Zealand in Springboks half. If you watch the replay, you will very clearly see that the moment the whistle went on, the ball was in the hands of Aaron Smith. Now, New Zealand had 3 choices: to kick at goal for 3 points, to kick in the corner for a close line out, or do what Aaron Smith did. What did Aaron Smith do? Yes. Aaron Smith made the decision. He was the leader at that point in time. He tapped the ball, took a few meters, and then kicked it forward for his sprinting winger, Ioane, who very cleverly collected the ball and dotted it down for 5 points for New Zealand. But think for a while. If that kick had gone off Aaron Smith's boot and the ball had sailed into touch, that opportunity was lost. That ball then would have been thrown in by Springboks for a Springbok attack. That would have been a mistake. But the culture of the All Blacks is such that they don't reprimand their players for a mistake that they make on the field. In fact, if you watch closely, not only All Blacks, a lot of developed rugby teams do this. The senior players come to the player and pat on his back, provide comfort for the mistake that he has made. And they learn and work on. While on the topic of rugby, I'll share another experience. 4 years ago, I was in China. I was traveling on a business trip. At that particular weekend, the Hong Kong Sevens was going on. And I thought, it's a wonderful opportunity for me to quickly finish off my business and go and watch the finals, because Fiji was tipped to play New Zealand in the finals. So I took a flight down, walked through the gates at Hong Kong airport, and approached a guest attendant. I didn't have a ticket. I knew very well that tickets are sold within 2 days of release, and that happens 6 months before the game. As I approached this guest attendant, my question was, is there any chance for me to get a ticket? And she says, for next year? I said, no, the game that's going on now. She says, no, that ticket was sold last year. I said, any chance? If I go down to the ground? She said, there is no chance. I said, madam, there's always chance for everything. I will try. I rushed, picked up a train ticket, got off, deposited my bags in my hotel room, which I had pre-booked, although I didn't have a game ticket. The stadium was only 10 minutes walk away, and I walked hurriedly. Those of you who have been to Hong Kong Stadium, you probably know that you have to walk through, scale through some steps before you actually arrive on the stadium platform. As I was approaching the first step, I saw a man walking down. This was about 7 or 8 steps away from where I was. A group of about 4 Asian kids hurried to him. He had a ticket. He was selling a ticket. I could see that. By the time I arrived within the group, the first kid had offered his $100 for the ticket. I had just had $100. I had $100. Within microseconds, I spitted $400. The ticket was handed over to me. Paid $400, in I was. Again, I was driven by the same attitude. It can finish until I win. When I was contacted by Celeste, the convener, 2 weeks ago about this program here, in regard to the possible consideration for sponsorship of today's program, I saw on the proposal the availability of a minor sponsorship package. My first email to Celeste was, what happened to the majors position? I was then told, you might have to wait for the start of the new week. Waited. On a Monday, Celeste sends a note to say, yes, that position is available. If you want, you can take it. I said, fine, we'll take it. But the question is, I could have paid less as a minor sponsor. I still receive similar degree of exposure and be a participant in this forum. Why did I go for the major? I wanted best of the best. Best of the best is driven on the back of that same attitude. It can finish. It can't be over until I win. The winning formula of mine based on this attitude has been been very, very successful for me for over the past 2 decades. And in 2011, I cemented that assertion when I decided to start or give birth to a brand new business. And that business had to be automotive and equipment. At the same time, it was very crucial for us to plan and establish a setup within 3 years. The challenges were multifarious because the automotive sector, which has been seen for at least the past 2 decades as being overcrowded and reaching a maturity and saturation point. We had further challenges like there were hardly any tier 1 products available in the marketplace that we could bring it in and make a quick entry. Then there was this rising and ever increasing difficulty that we face in the job market, attracting the best employees. There are many people asking for employment, but organizations need only the best. Remember the best of the best? Our objectives were very clearly defined, and I had a very clear ambition in mind. And that ambition was also written on the back of the same attitude. It can't finish until I win. In February 2014, we very successfully managed to launch our first state-of-the-art showroom in Kasanji Street. And in the first 11 months of operation, we recorded something like 11% overall market share. And Chevrolet, or General Motors Chevy, product became the 3rd highest selling vehicle in the market. Are we all right? I'll want to end my delivery of this speech here, but before I do that, I'd like to share one small story about Japanese and the taste for fresh fish. In the ancient days, the Japanese used to send their small boats along the coast of Japan to collect fresh fish. Japanese only like fresh fish, fresh and real taste. But as population increased, fish stocks continued to deplete, and Japan had to build bigger boats and send them deeper into the ocean. But there was a problem. Long-haul boats carrying fish from deep into the ocean to the shore took many hours, and the Japanese found the fish was no longer fresh. So the industry was faced with a great challenge. Then they decided to build large fish tanks. So each time they would catch a fish, they would put into the fish tank and attempting to deliver it live. Okay. But the manner in which these fish were put together, fin to fin, made them dull. Again, the Japanese found out the fish did not have the same taste as what fresh fish had. There was a big problem for the Japanese fishing industry. If you were a consultant for the Japanese fishing industry, what would you have done? So a delegate sat around and decided to put a small shark in each of those fish tanks So the shark would eat some of the fish. It would chase the fish all day. The fish would be active. And that way, they were managed to deliver the fish to the Japanese people in the same fresh taste. Delegates, put a small shark inside yourselves, and you'll find the difference it makes. Thank you for listening, and have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Lal, for that very empowering, very powerful speech. And we're sorry about the fire alarms. I think they're trying to test it. But then again, that's another sign of a leader. You know, he stood here, and he continued with his speech. He was slightly distracted, but he went on. And that shows perseverance, and it's so important for all of us. So let's give him another round of applause, please.
Vision Motors.
We'll hear from our sponsors now.
Vision Motors is a Tier 1 automotive business with ancillary services such as workshops, spare parts, accessories, and an industrial sector. The vehicle portfolio includes heavy and light commercial trucks, vans, pickup utes, passenger sedans, forklifts, and pre-owned vehicles. Vision Motors is the authorized distributor of several world-renowned vehicle franchises, including General Motors Chevrolet, Peugeot, SsangYong, Sino Trucks, SAIC Maxxis vans, MG, and Hyundai light and heavy-duty forklifts. Vision Motors operates 5 LTA authorized motor vehicle dealer facilities, including 4 fully equipped high-tech workshops in Suva, Lambasa, and Nandi that provide multifaceted repair services for all brands of vehicles. An auto robot and a modern and environmentally friendly 2-pack paint booth in Suva offers high-class accident repair and painting facilities. Our spare parts warehouse is home to several thousand line items of spare parts that provides up to 96% fulfillment rate.
Okay, excellent. Everybody, please give a round of applause for that as well.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we now come to the part of where we are going to welcome everyone in the room today. So now I would like to invite our participants from Lambasa, if you can make your way down to the stage and just introduce yourself to everyone. Lambasa. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
There are 2 groups from Lambasa, I believe. So we're calling upon Lambasa Sangam first. If you could just come down and introduce yourselves. This is the School of Nursing, I believe. And this is also Tevita's favorite because he keeps on going on and on about Lambasa.
People of Lambasa are the most intelligent people in Fiji. Do you know that? I'm from Naita series, so they're my Tavus, so big fan of them.
Round of applause, everybody. Introduce yourselves, please.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Divya, and I'm originally from Suva. I'm actually only studying nursing in Lambasa, and this is my first year of nursing. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Shahina Baksh, and I'm a first-year student of Sangam College of Nursing, and I'm originally from Suva.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sayasi, and yes, we are first-year students.
Hello, everyone. My name is Salote, and we are all first-year students.
Hello everyone, my name is Winnie and I'm also a first-year student.
Good morning everybody, my name is Shalini and I'm also a first-year student. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ambulare. My name is Eroni. I'm originally from Mbua and I'm also a first-year student at the Sangam College of Nursing.
Excellent. Welcome our nurses one more time. Round of applause. Thank you.
Okay, now we're calling upon USP Lambasa.
Okay, hello everyone. A friendly greeting from the island of Friendly North. Well, my name is Angelishna Asha, and I'm a current student in University of the South Pacific in Lambasa campus, and I'm the president of USP SA. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Vandana, and I'm a second year student at USP Lambasa doing my bachelor's in agriculture, and I'm an academic student rep. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Samuel Egbert Simmons. I'm a first year student in Sabsavu Center, and I'm the vice president of the Student Body Association Sabsavu. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Bernadette. I'm a second year student doing diploma in HR. I'm the others rep, and I'm from Ndeketi, Maduapa.
Thank you, Lambasa campus.
Thank you guys, and welcome to USP Lodala. Can we have UniFiji over? And USP Lautoka, if you could also make your way down so we don't lose time while you're walking down. So UniFiji, please. And USP Lautoka as well, if you could just line up here. USP Lautoka is next. Before that, we'll have UniFiji.
Hello, I'm Andre. I go to UniFiji. I'm a first year student studying law.
Bula, my name is Mohammad Zairan Azad, and I'm the president for University of Fiji Student Association, and I'm doing law. Thank you.
Valavina, my name is Yvonne, and I am a second year student of UniFiji, and I'm doing language. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Payal. I'm a third year BSc student at the University of Fiji, and I'm also the president of the Indian Association.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fiona Alfred. I'm originally from Vanuatu. This is my third year at UniFiji. I'm doing double major in IT and language, and I'm the president of the Vanuatu Students Association there. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We'll have Lautoka up next.
Good morning, all. My name is Prashnil Kumar, and I'm a final year BA GCED student from Lautoka campus.
Bula, everyone. My name is Tulia, and I'm also a final year student studying BA GC Ed and from Lautoka campus.
Hello, everyone. My name is Debra Mudliar. I'm studying HR and tourism studies. I'm a second year student.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Asif Mohammed. I'm managing the welfare of USP Lautoka campus. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We'll have Fulton College here next, and they will be followed by FNU. So if you could just line up here, please. Sorry, not you. You're Fulton. Come over and introduce yourselves, and they'll be followed by FNU.
Morning, everyone. My name is Isimeli Vangila. I'm actually taking Bachelor of Education, Year 3 in Fulton College, Sambeto. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Halisha Koroka. I'm doing foundation business in Fulton College.
Lalavina, I'm Suleti Pupua. I'm doing BA in ECE.
Good morning, everyone. Caleb Christian from Vanuatu, doing second year theology in Fulton.
Good morning, everyone. James from Vanuatu, and I'm final year theology in Fulton.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Caroline Whippy. I'm from Vanuatu, and I'm studying business.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Viviana. I'm from Papua New Guinea, and I'm doing final year in business.
Good morning, all.
my name is Torea. I'm from Tahiti, and I'm in final year theology.
Hi everyone. My name is Filalatu. I'm originally from Tonga, and I'm doing Fulton. Well, I'm doing foundation theology. Thank you.
Good morning and talo falava. My name is Ivan Afumasanga, and I am from Samoa, and I'm currently enrolled at Fulton College, studying international marketing and management, and this is my final year, and it's a privilege to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. It's a privilege to have all of you over as well. Now we have FNU, and they will be followed by FST-SE. They are our scientists and engineers, and these are our doctors. And yeah. Okay, so FNU, everybody.
Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth Stili. I'm a third year at Hospitality School in Namaka. I'm the Vice President of FNUSA.
Good morning everyone, my name is Abdul. I'm a second year MBBS student at the Fiji School of Medicine and also the President of the Fiji School of Medicine Students Association.
Thank you very much. No more good morning. Nisambula Satsrikal, Assalamu alaikum, ni hao, kem cho. How are you? You guys enjoying? Yes. Or the same clapping every time? Really enjoying? Yes. Okay, we are not here to come to enjoy, we are here to learn something. And on the same period we'll enjoy. My name is Muhammad Iqbal, I'm the student National Treasurer for FNUSA and currently also National Acting PRO. My field of study is not human. Not human. Everybody is just looking, what will he say? Is it right or no? My field of study is veterinary science and animal husbandry. I always deal with animals. So psychologically when you do like this, I understand there is something coming up. Let's give a big round of applause. I would like to apologize on behalf of my national executives. They are on their way. We have a new block opening in Derry campus, Samubula. So please give a big round of applause to all the FNU delegates. Thank you very much. Naka.
Excellent, thank you. And can we have FSTE next? Are you here? Yes, you are. Okay, welcome our scientists and engineers, everybody. And they will be followed by FBE students, so please get ready.
Hello everyone, my name is Alitia and I'm taking BSc, double major in Biochem. I'm a second year student, partially doing my 300 level as well. Naka.
Nisambula, my name is Lawata Tambolebu. I'm studying BSc and this is my final year studying biology and psychology. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Kelly. I'm currently a final year student at USP, studying environmental science.
Talofa everyone, my name is Tilia. I'm currently doing a BSc in environmental science and this is my final year.
Hi everyone, my name is Francis Gomes. I'm a CSI student and I'm doing my second year.
Hello, we are all representing the Faculty of Science, Technology and Environment here at the USP. My name is Shavnit Mani. I am studying mathematics and chemistry. I am the representative for third year and final year chemistry students at the faculty. Thank you.
Maori everyone, my name is Derawea. I come from Kiribati. This is my second last year doing B.Ed, majoring in home economics. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is James Sinclair and I'm doing postgrad in chemistry. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is Ilaisa Kavibaganandina and I'm also a postgrad student doing chemistry.
Good morning everyone, my name is Karthik Nand and I'm a first year student at the University of the South Pacific. I am doing a double major in accounting and arts. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Maurice Oruzi. I'm from the Solomon Islands, and I'm doing environmental science. This is my first year. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kunal, and I'm a second-year law student. You might be thinking why I'm with the FST, because I fall under FST because I'm a past leader for UU 100, so it comes under FST. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Excellent. We'll have FBE next. This is the Faculty of Business and Economics. Sorry, I fall under this. It's so ironical. Yeah, so come up, guys, and they will be followed by the FALE students. That's the Faculty of Arts, Law and Education. So this is FBE, and they will be followed by FALE.
Hi everyone, my name is Shanil Prakash. I'm a third-year student doing accounting economics, and I am the president of Accounting Finance Student Association. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Shival Prasad, and I'm a second-year student majoring in accounting and finance, and I'm the vice president for our Accounting and Finance Students Association. Thank you.
Malombula, everyone. Excuse the shivering, it's a bit cold. My name is Moana Malo, yes, like the movie. I'm a second-year student and also vice president of EFSA Vinaka.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Deepa Deepika Pillai. I'm a second-year student. I'm the secretary for Economic Student Association, and I'm also the vice president for Accounting and Finance Student Association.
Hello everyone, my name is Felix Parker. I'm a mature student trying to make another life in the university. It's not easy, but it's challenging. Unfortunately, we need to be here and with these beautiful young people with us. So I'm doing a program of BCom and LLB in management and law. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Darshana Parmar and I'm a third-year student. I'm studying International Business and Marketing and Human Resource Management, both majors, and I am from Lautoka. Thank you.
Mula all, my name is Israel. I'm currently a third-year student pursuing a Bachelor of Arts degree in Politics and Management Public Administration.
Hello everyone, my name is Triveshni Sharma and I'm a second-year law and politics student.
Good morning everyone, my name is Fazia and I'm currently doing Bachelor in Commerce in Management and Public Administration and Computing Science. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Rima. I am a BCom student doing Public Admin and HRM. I'm so sorry. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Dipti Prasad and I'm majoring in HRM and IBM and I'm a third-year student. Thank you.
Valovina everyone, my name is Ansei Nangatorongo. I'm a third-year student doing BCom in HR and Public Administration.
Hello everyone, my name is Uliasi Roktenesingan and I'm a final year student doing HRM and Economics.
Hello everybody, my name is Kiara. I'm a final year student doing International Business and Marketing and HRM.
Hello everyone, my name is Zhu. I'm a postgrad student in Diplomacy and International Affairs. Thank you.
Good morning and Bulunaka once again to everyone. Good to see you here this morning. My name is Lukian Nevkondula and I'm from Nitasiri and I'm a second year degree student majoring in land management and geography. And thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Vilke Sosoro and I'm currently doing BCom in land management and geography and I probably hail from Vuto village in Bah.
Malombula everyone, my name is Sala and I'm a second year student also majoring in property management and geography in Akka.
Thank you, and a big round of applause for them. We'll have students from FALE now, that's the Faculty of Arts, Law and Education. And they will be followed by USP-SA. That's the student association that we have in USP. So FALE.
I'm just waiting for everyone to. Hi everyone, my name is Tanisha. I'm a third-year law student, and I also proudly represent the student learning services of FALE. I mentor criminal law, torts, and contract law. Thank you.
Malombula everyone, my name is Osiam Banove, Tikunda Wilebu, and I'm from a village of Levukintaku in the beautiful island of Matuku, in the most beautiful province of Laos. For those of you who don't know my island, if you search in the map, there's only one island gives the shape of a heart, which is my island, Matuku Island. I'm currently a last year student doing BA-GCED in Geography and History. Nice to be here. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Julian. I'm also doing a program in BA-GCED.
Hello everyone, my name is Marida Naomi Sotia Vatete. I'm originally from Vanuatu in the province of Maduata, and I'm currently a final year student doing BA-GCED, majoring in Geography and History, and I'm a secretary of SOESA, School of Education Association. Thank you.
Pulavanaka everyone, my name is Elvin Ali, and I'm from Bah originally, and I'm a final year student studying language, literature, and history right here in USP. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, my name is Anna. I'm from Rakiwaki, that is from the province of Ra in Fiji. I'm currently a second year student studying journalism and politics. I'm the vice president for Journalism Students Association, and I'm also the secretary for Politics Students Association. Thank you.
Pulo Vinaka everyone, my name is Abhishek Chand, and I'm a final year student at the USP. I'm double majoring in journalism and psychology, and I'm the president of the Journalism Students Association.
Malombula to everybody. My name is Corey. I'm a student journalist with majors, of course. I just mentioned journalist. The second major is language and literature. Thanks.
Bula and good morning. My name is Ashish Nand. I'm a student here at the University of the South Pacific. I'm a lawyer in progress, so I'm doing law, and it's a privilege to be here this morning. Thank you.
Morning everyone, my name is Perina, and I'm a final year student doing psychology and sociology. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Ulamila. I'm majoring in sociology and social work, and I'm a second year student.
Good morning everyone, my name is Bruno Sindra. I'm doing double major in politics and sociology, and this is my third year.
Good morning, my name is Jit, and I'm enrolled in FALE doing psychology and sociology. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Naomi Hopoate. I'm from the Kingdom of Tonga, who almost captured the whole of Fiji before. And I'm taking a Bachelor of Education on Early Childhood and Care. I'm also a peer mentor for the Student Learning Support Center. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I won't use the mic because I don't like using the mic.
Thank you, everyone. We'll have USP SA next. This is the governing body of all other student bodies in USP. So welcome, guys.
Kasaleli, everybody. I'm here standing with the representatives from USPSA. I'm Louisa Movic. I'm from the Federated States of Micronesia. I'm a second-year law and politics student. Sorry. And I'm the Fale undergrad representative. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Elijah Ramai. I'm from Solomon Islands. I'm doing Bachelor Science, majoring in Information System and Geospatial Science. This is my final year. I'm the president for the Solomon Islands Student Association. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Fatai Ahel Malala. I'm from Vanuatu. I'm a postgrad student. I'm doing education, and I'm the Fale postgrad students representative. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll have one of our most important guests. From them we learn so much: perseverance, patience, hard work, leadership. And I want you all to give them the loudest applause, because they are the students from the Disability Resource Center at USP. And this is how they clap. So please do this, everybody. Come to the front, please.
Bulavinaka, ladies and gentlemen. Most of you might have known me. I'm familiar here at USP. My name is Etika Ve Nangio, commonly known as Eve Nangio. Most of my friends call me Eve. Hello. Yeah. I've been studying here since 2014, and then I left. I came back this year, being a sponsored student by DFAT, Australian Aid. Now I'm back, continuing the same program, studying law. Thank you, everybody. Good morning, everyone. My name is Makareta Wuli. I'm a first-year student. I'm also a sponsored student, sponsored by Australian Aid as well. I'm studying governance, leadership, and human rights.
Thank you, all our students.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's networking time. I would request all of you to stand. Please stand. Right? And now I want you to go to another 5 persons that you did not even come with this morning. And you can go and have a chat. Your name, where you're from, not your mobile number later after 4 p.m. today. And your expectation for today's conference.
Just before that, sorry, we have some invited guests here and we haven't introduced them. So I'll just ask them to come in front and please introduce yourselves. So, you know, all our student leaders get to know who you are. So please come in front.
Hello everyone, I am Amit Kumar, Financial Controller at Vision Motors. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sheikh Riaz and I'm glad to be here.
Good morning everyone, my name is Vicky. I'm the Sales Manager Corporate Cluster at Vision Motors. Thank you.
Good morning everyone, I'm Avnit Narayan. I manage digital marketing at Vision Motors. Glad to be here.
Hello everyone, my name is Patrick Danford and I'm also from Vision Motors. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. You can go on with your networking now, and we really hope that you meet new people and you learn new things from them and you pick up a skill or two. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope the networking is going well. We'll now request everyone to come to the stage for our photo session. Ladies and gentlemen, you can make your way down to the stage for our photo session.
Come on down, everybody, because we have a photography session now. So if you want to be captured, if you want everyone to know you are here at USP Youth Leadership Forum 2017, come on down and have your pictures taken. If you're tall, you move to the back. The ones who are not so blessed with height, maybe you can come in front.
Come on, Fale Ami, come down.
Come down, Fale Ami, and join us. Okay, everybody scream, young leaders. Oh, sorry. 2, 3, and be loud and be enthusiastic. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Young leaders. 2, 3. Young leaders. Excellent. Thank you, everybody. Okay guys, make sure you have your morning tea passes because we'll break for morning tea now, finally. Thank you. Okay guys, sorry. We want to divide you into groups. So, you know, we want to make sure that you meet new people, you meet a new group. So if you've come with maybe the nursing school, we'll mix you up with, you know, FBE or, you know, whatever. And we want you to meet new people. As for your morning tea passes, they are with your Fale Army, your hosts, the ones in black t-shirts. So you can badger them for your morning tea passes. As for grouping, Tevita will call out the name. So please listen clearly. If you hear your name and you know your group, this is your group that you will get into after morning tea.
Right, are you ready? Can I have everyone, all the delegates, can you please be seated back to your seats? I'm going to call your name and your number. You will be moving into that group for the rest of the day. So say goodbye to the partner that you came with now. You'll be seeing that partner later. Fatai Lani Aleamaha from USPSA, that's group number 1. Can you please stand and move to this corner? Along with you is Keleko Leo Felice Dominico of FSTE. Move to this corner. Along with you is Tairoefa Kofe of FSTE. Right. Please, when I call your name, the most fastest thing you could do is to stand from your seat and fly to the corner that I'm going to call you in. If you want to go for morning tea, I can hold you here till 4 p.m. to doing all this distribution and all. Right, the third person is coming in. Next to them is Olivia Bakaososo of FBE. Can you make move to group number 1? Olivia. And Vanessa Maniem of FBE as well. Can you make your way? Oh, not here. Thank you. Thank you for the signal, guys. Sarah, assistant PRO of FNU, please make your way to group number 1. Coming in, thank you. Shanal Kumar, FNU National Council member in the house. Yeah, please make your way to group number 1. Thank you. James Rory of Fulton College, please make your way to group number 1. James, you in the house? Thank you. From Sangam College of Nursing, Loata Mbongin Rao, you in the house? Loata, thank you. Please move to group number 1. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's group number 1. Can you all give a round of applause to them? Right, very quickly to group number 2. Group number 1, you better be coming right down here at the front here, please, now. Thank you. Right, group number 2, Agnishlisha Ashna from Lambasa campus. Yes, straight after group number 2, thank you. We have Andiseni Milina Korolevu from Sangam College of Nursing. Not here? Oh, thank you. Caroline Whippy. Caroline Whippy of Fulton College, yes, group number 2. From FNU, I Sealy, FNU National VP, right? Group number 2. FBE, Fazia Farik, group number 2. Vilikesa Soro, FBE, group number 2. Makarita Miriama, Disability Resource Center, group number 2. Etika Nangio, Disability Resource Center, group number 2. Kinisimere Raikoti, the body, group number 2. Oh, not here, thank you. Francis Gomas of FSTE, you're moving to group number 2. And Kartik Nand of FSTE as well, you're moving to group number 2. Tulia Rokombeta of USP Lautoka campus, group number 2. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's your group number 2. Round of applause. Thank you. Group number 3 from University of Fiji, Gloria Matana Kimbao. In the house, University of Fiji, Gloria, thank you. Luisa Movic, USPSA, group number 3. James Sinclair of FSTE, group number 3. And you have Talimeli Taufete of FSTE as well, group number 3. Not here, thank you. Disability Resource Center, my apologies.
FBE.
From FBE, Joeli Rokondaveta, group number 3. And Shanil Ajay Prakash of FBE as well, group number 3. From FNU, Shanal Kumar. Oh, sorry, my bad. Mr. Isimeli of Fulton College. Sangam College of Nursing, Divya Reddy. And that's your group number 3. Round of applause to group number 3. Right, you know when you're sitting and you're sitting beside a new person, what do? Oh my goodness, you better start talking to a person sitting beside you now. All right, let's go to group number 4. First up is Vandana Singh of USP Lambasa campus. Sayasi Sulinimbao, Sangam College of Nursing. Fulton College, Haliasa Koroka. All right, Alicia, sorry, my bad, Alicia. FNU, Alta Khan. Alta Khan.
I think it's Altaf.
Altaf Khan.
Altaf, yeah.
From FBE, Anaseni Nangatarongo.
Triveshni.
And Triveshni Sharma as well from FBE. And from FSTE, we have Albert Wipi. Not in. We have Elisa Kadibogandina. And from USPSA, we have Tuaki Latu. All right, that's about it. That's for group number 4. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Right, for group number 5, starting group number 5, all the way from USP Lautoka campus, Nikita Chandra. Not in today. FSDE, Shinam Chandra. Kunal Chand, FSDE. Disability Resource Center, Kalisi. Choneti? Yes, Rokutimbao. Not in? Oh, yeah, you're in group number 5, ma'am. Melita is in?
Melita and Talida.
Thank you. FBE, Moana, Beauty Loma.
And Felix Parker.
And Felix Parker.
FNU.
From FNU, we have Mr. Keaton Lal, Mr. President, sir, to group number 5. And Mr. Abdul, yes, number 5.
6.
Let's just cut. Sulueti Popua of group number 5. Traivini of Sangam College of Nursing, absent, thank you.
Benedette.
And Benedette of Lambasa campus. Right, group number 5. Yes, round of applause to group number 5. We've got them sorted now. From number 6, we request that you start off from the other aisles. Number 6, starting off, we have Sangam College of Nursing, Shalini Kumar. Yep. Thank you, Shalini. From Fulton College, Ivan Afamasanga.
Ivan, sorry.
Ivan, oh my God, it's so bad. FBE, Luke Naivakan Dula. And Saladieli Nealunideva. Thank you. From FSTE, we have Kunal Chand
And Shavnit Mani.
and Shavnit Mani.
And from USPSA,
And from USPSA, we have Elijah.
Elijah. And Unifiji, Zaid.
From Unifiji, we have Muhammad Zaran. Right.
7. Group 7.
Right, that's your group number 6. Round of applause to group number 6. We have group number 7. Starting off for group number 7 is Nikita Chandra of, Valasese Vimbaindaveta of USP Lautoka campus. Not in. Andre Meo of University of Fiji. Yep, number 7. Loata Leta Tambolevu, FSTE. And Andrew Tarimbiti of FSTE as well. FBE, Zarman Khan. Charlie Nakalo. Fulton College, Torea Mohi. Sangam College of Nursing, Salute Mbuliniu. Right, that's your group number 7. Round of applause, please. Yes, sir, there's only 2 of them there. Where's the rest? Right, we move now to group number 8. Sangam College of Nursing, Eroni Ravore. Christian Caleb of Fulton College. Yashnil L of FNU. Muhammad Akhtar of FBE. Israel Donu Manasawa. FSTE Morris Martin. And Alitia Wati Roko. University of Fiji, Payal Nand. And the USP Lautoka campus, Prashnil Kumar. Yes, round of applause, that's group number 8.
9.
Group number 9, Krishnil Chandra, USPSA. Dilia Tima of FSTE and Nikhil Sharma, FSTE. Shival Shlvindra Prasad, FBE. And Rima Singh, FBE. Iqbal, FNU. Gunua from Fulton College. School of Nursing, Sangam College, Shahina Baksh. And USP Lambasa campus, Samieli Simmons. Thank you, that's group number 9. Round of applause to group number 9. I see the networking going very well on this end. Everyone is smiling. That's a good start off to today. You can know the person better, you know, when we go in for morning tea. Remember, when you're going in for morning tea, you are not going to the partner that you came with. Remember, that's a rule of this conference. You will be seeing that person again when you will exit this university. And also a reminder to the students, FSTE, FBE, and FALE, you are not required to leave the venue after lunch session or even after morning tea. You are all required to sit in your places till 4 p.m. today to be eligible to prizes and your certificates. And be a good host to our visitors who will be in today. Yes, can I get a yes from the speakers? It's wonderful.
Group 10.
Okay, let's move to group number 10. Starting off is Winnie of Sangam College of Nursing. Philadelphia Samuel of Fulton College. Kusitino of FNU. Unaisi of FBE. Dipa of FBE. Kavith of FSTE. And John of FSTE. Yvonne, University of Fiji. Shahira, USP Lautoka. That's group number 10. Right. Now, the rest of you that are seated in the house, can you put your hands in the middle aisle that don't have a number? All right, everyone put your hands up now. Put your hands up. Right, you go to group number 1. You go to group number 2. You go to group number 3. Group number 4. Right, can we make your proceedings now? Thank you. Right, move, move, move. You go to group number 5. Thank you. Number 6, right? Move, move, 5 and 6. Now the rest of you, can you raise your hands up now? Love the smile. All right, good. Now what's the next number? 6. 7, wonderful. Group number 7, pink. 8, 9, 10. Move, 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 move. Thank you. Right, we're starting from Osea, group number 1, move. Julian, number 2. The gentleman, 3, 4. Lady, 5, 6. Move, 7. And Mr. 8. And Mr. 9. Right, move, 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 move.
Have you all got your passes? Okay, if you haven't, please find your host. Your host is supposed to hand you over with your pass.
Just sit where you are, sit where your pass is coming.
No, not your boarding pass. This is your morning tea pass. It's with the host that you greeted, who greeted you in the morning, the host assigned to your group. So they are supposed to give you your morning pass.
Can we have the army come down with the passes to distribute to our visitors this morning? Pass, put your hands up if you don't have a pass so that your body can identify you. Hands up if you don't have a pass. Hands up, don't have a pass. Hands up, don't have a pass.
You have time till 10:55 for your morning tea. We'll come around with a bell. So once you hear the sound of the bell, we'll request you all to please come inside and we'll begin our program proper. And make sure you stay with us till the end of the program because we have heaps of prizes to give you. So yeah, that's about it. And I think this is where we will leave you and we'll also come and join you guys. So thank you.
Right, thank you. Hands up if you don't have a pass. Hands up if you don't have a pass. That side is all good? Is your stomach ready to go for morning tea? Right, if you have your pass, you can exit. Thank you so much. Please go in here as your team and come in as your team, your new team now. Thank you.
Ni batol chu mulingun ti. Talay kun lewu chu nam vosa batol lengun ti tumba. Tol talay tumba lengun ti.
Hello.
All right, good morning, everyone. I welcome you back to the Vision Motors USP Youth Leadership Forum. My name is Courtney Underwood, and I will be your host here onwards. Okay, just before we begin, I would like to invite the two ladies to garland the guests for this session. Can I please have the two ladies up for the garlanding? Can I please have Charlotte and Miss Nazia Ali to sit in front? Wonderful. Thank you very much. So just to remind you that in the next 2 hours, we will have 2 presentations from 2 panelists. Then we will open the floor to questions and comments. So following this will be an activity in which you will work in your groups after your very brief presentations, and we will then have the drawing of prizes. Please allow me to give a brief introduction to our first panelist, Miss Charlotte Taylor. So Miss Charlotte Taylor is the president of Graduate Women Fiji. She works with various organizations and individuals in securing funding opportunities and mentorship for girls wishing to pursue higher education in the field of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. After volunteering with the Graduate Women Fiji for over 5 years, Charlotte has recognized the need to have more women and girls as mentors and holding leadership positions to inspire girls to be proactive and bold in their ambitions in life choices. She holds a Master's of Commerce degree and is an assistant lecturer with the School of Accounting and Finance, USP. Her best role, however, is being a mom to her Princess Faustina. Please put your hands together for Miss Charlotte Taylor.
Thank you, Courtney. I just couldn't wait to remove my face from everyone, audience. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. It's a real honor to be here today with the present and future leaders of our country. So when Shailesh approached me to be a part of the panel, I was a bit reluctant because I sort of thought, am I actually ready to talk to youth on leadership? Do I have the right to talk to leaders, the young leaders, about leadership? So being a leader, we just take the chance, take the opportunity, and just ride the plane while we can. So I'd begin with what was reiterated in the morning, which is leadership is an action, not a position. So I'll just take you back to yesteryears, where I was growing up. And the form of leadership that I was exposed to was basically my way or the highway kind of leadership. And the leaders were in the form of teachers, they were in the form of my older siblings, I have 3, and of course my beloved parents. And basically it would be like commanding me and my younger siblings, or commanding us, and to some extent exert control over us to ensure that we adhere to the rules and regulations. And with that form of leadership, it was basically autocratic leadership, which is I decide everything and then you just follow. And that's more so at home with my mom. It's like, as long as you're living under my roof, it's my rules, whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, there's the door, the window, whatever you have there. So that was basically the way I was brought up. And in a way, I think it may have sort of worked, because I wasn't really obedient child. And I like to challenge my parents just to see how serious they were with their threats. And I found it kind of exciting as well. Not getting the sticks, but just challenging them. And the same thing with school as well. And later on, then I realized that it wasn't about being disobedient. It was just about having a very creative or bubbling personality, which I realized later on. So that form of leadership was what I was exposed to, and that's what I thought was leaders. They tell us what to do when we follow. So that basically sums up with that image. And later on, I came to USP. I was fortunate to get a scholarship and continue with my studies. And then while I was working at USP, after USP, I joined studying at USP. I joined USP, and then I started to have a burning desire to use my talent and resources to reach out to women and girls to pursue further studies. I wanted more than my day job or what I was doing. I actually wanted to help people. And I joined, so I looked for an organization that suited my passion, and I joined the Fiji Association of Women Graduates. It's now called Graduate Women Fiji. I had the privilege of working with Dr. Kendra Yati. You may know her, she was here in the beginning, the Dean of Fale. She was then the president of FOG. I immediately loved the atmosphere of GWF and the fact that all these women were volunteers and no one received a salary or even an allowance, mind you, or even taxi fare to go home after the meetings, me included. But despite that, we gave it all our being to pursue the vision of ensuring all girls were equipped with the tools to pursue further education. I would like to talk about Dr. Kendra Yati's form of leadership because that's where I saw the transition from my way or the highway to a more transformational sustainability leadership. So with Dr. Kendra Yati, it was not about what she can do, the I, and she didn't have she wasn't the hero leader. So we have that, the hero leader. And what she was more was a visionary. And for me, coming from a highway or my way or highway style of leadership, it was very refreshing. And I was actually taken aback by her form of leadership. So for Dr. Kendra Yati, despite her busy schedule, she made time for all engagements, no matter how small or large. And she continued to challenge, inspire us young ones with purpose and excitement. Most importantly, she trusted us to run the organization while cheering and helping us from the side. So when Dr. Kendra Yati's term came to an end as president, we young ones were ready to continue the work of GWF. We were properly mentored and valued, and this led to the successful transition of leadership and functioning of GWF. And that, my dear peers, or not really peers, my audience, is called transformational leadership. It is where, with transformational leadership, it's where you build leaders from your followers and not make the project or the organization your own. So you move from I can do it to we can do it. You involve your team, working alongside them. And the good thing about that is the whole point of being a leader is to mold individuals, inspire individuals. And from we can do it, you'll start to move to telling the team you can do it. And so your role as a leader changes. You're no longer management. You're no longer talking about the nitty and gritty of how we can do a project. You leave that to your team. Your role as a leader is to ask the why question. So if someone comes with an idea and you ask them, okay, why should we do that? What do you see the end product? And if they cannot see the vision, that is called vision, okay, where you'd like to be, okay, after you complete this project or 1 year from now. So as a leader, your job is to tell them, okay, this is why we are doing it. Build that passion. And this is how we can do it. And then how do your teammates come in? Your teammates come in by telling you, oh, okay, all right, now I understand why we're doing it. Okay, Shala, so maybe this is what we can do to achieve this. And it's trusting your team to work through that, that space to achieve that vision. And that's, in my opinion, is the leadership we need nowadays. Transformational leadership. I'll move on to, this will follow through from millennials. So what are millennials? Basically, it's everyone that's born after 1984. I would be considered the eldest of the millennial family. And I just want to ask you, I just want to touch on this now because I think it's important. So when you're looking at all these apps, does it look familiar? Yes. Do you recognize your best friends? Right, okay? You all have I'm sure most of you have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. And I'm sure I may have left out some because most of you are, what, 19, 20? So I may be a bit 5 to 10 years behind on the apps. It's happening now. And why I want to talk about this, spend a few time on this, is because this is the group, this is the generation that you will be leading. And this is the generation that you're born out of. And I would like to spend a few minutes on social networking and devices and why this is important for today. Now, we have seen like for most of you now, going off Facebook for like 2 hours is like 1 month of entertainment gone. Your whole life gone in a week. You're so used to flicking your phone, looking at the apps and so forth. And research has shown that the generation that we are in now, they view themselves as being entitled to things, and impatient. So when you want something done, you want it done same time, within the next 2 weeks. And if it's not achieved, you lose interest. Because you're so used to having everything at a click of a button. In my days, I actually had to go to the library. I actually had to queue up at SPR for the latest TV series. But now you can just go to Netflix. You can get, may I dare to say, pirated copies of films, okay, readily available. And that impatience is what we have to deal with youths. It's good at showing, so the other thing I'd like to talk about is, one is impatience, and the other one is gratification. So now we have youths, we have people who feel the need to post selfies, who feel the need to use filters, to portray on Facebook, on Instagram, that their life is perfect. And what that does is, it has a spillover effect on the followers. It also has a spillover effect on you, because you are pressured to live that life that your friend is showing on Facebook. And because of that, these studies have shown that the level of low self-esteem now in generations is high compared to my days, because of that need to match up to everyone, to compare. And you will notice, even from experience, that those who log on to Facebook a lot are actually quite depressed. And they actually question their self-worth. And I think it's important to address this now, because this is where you come in as the present-day leaders. This is where you have to transform your peers, mold them, and let them know that you need to have a discussion amongst your peers on how can we solve this problem. Why do you need to solve this problem? Because we have seen the rise in suicide rates. We have seen the rise in people who leave school, who drop out of school, who drop out of university because they just can't keep up with the social demands. And if we don't talk about this in this space, then where are we going to talk about it? Now, engaging with social media and our cell phone releases a chemical called dopamine. And with this dopamine, it actually excites you when you receive a text, when you receive a like, and it gets you excited. So you may feel depressed and you say, okay, I'm just going to post a selfie right now. You put on your makeup, take a phone, post a selfie up. Oh wait, I didn't post up that like chow I had back at the governor's, I'm going to post it now. And then you start looking at the number of likes you have on Facebook. And that's dopamine. And that's where we have, dopamine is highly addictive. And it's the same chemical released when you smoke or take in alcohol. Seriously, it's the same thing. The difference that alcohol and smoking have an age limit, but not the excessive use of social media. Now, as we go through this transition of adolescence, we now move from needing, okay? As peers, you'll notice that you're moving from needing approval from our parents to needing approval from our peers. And as peers, you're supposed to learn to rely on our friends, rely on our peers. And when faced with social stress, even financial stress, and even career stress or study stress, we turn to our peers, we turn to Facebook for answers. And many youths do not know how to form deep, meaningful relationships. And guess what? There's no app to making you feel better. Okay? There's no app on your phone. There's definitely an app with the Bible, but on your phone, no, and on your religious books. So what I'm trying to put out right now is to see the need of developing youths, the need of developing youth leaders, because your peers look up to you. So you need to have that sense of, okay, I am here to mold people. Okay, I'm not here, okay, I'm going to be a leader because there's so much forums going on, and there's actually a lot of travel trips. I want to be a leader. No. You actually have to say that I can see that there's a difference. So one of it, I'm just saying, one of the projects could be, we're going to do a digital workshop, an example. And then you ask as a leader, why are you going to do a digital workshop? Because there's huge funding. No, that's not a why. Why are you going to do a digital workshop? Because, okay, just say my name is Tomasi. Okay, Tomasi, because I've seen a lot of youths now, they're just in need on how to use Facebook. They're in need of how to use Instagram and telling them that this is not who they are. Okay, they're more than this. We said, okay, now we know where we're going. So how are we going to do the workshop? So that's where you follow through as a leader on answering why. And by answering why, people will feel your passion. And they'll be drawn to you. Okay, they'll be drawn to you. And that's what leadership is all about. So how do you, now I'm talking about transforming leadership. So how do you, okay, everyone's talking about leaders, let's be great leaders, so what do we need to do? One thing with leaders is that it's all about self-development, self-learning. Learning never stops, that's for sure. And you cannot be a leader just by engaging with people. And 3 things that I'd like to talk about on how to develop your leadership skill is self-awareness, self-regulation, and self-reflection. You cannot lead others if you can't lead yourself. So with self-awareness, we're looking at things like being aware of how you're acting. Think about your worst boss. Okay, what didn't you like about your worst boss? Oh, it was all about me. He kept talking about himself. Then you ask yourself, am I that person? Do I meet my friends and say, oh my gosh, I have to do this, I have to do that, and you never give them a chance to speak? If that is yes, then you know you have to change yourself. Next on self-awareness is about self-reflection. So basically, self-awareness and self-reflection is sort of tied up. For self-awareness and self-reflection, this is where you go to your honest friends and ask them for feedback from your teamworks and ask them, okay, do you have any, can you tell me how best I can lead the group? Then they'll tell you, they'll give constructive feedback. So another thing about being a leader is having a thick skin and accepting constructive feedback and working towards it and not having grudge against anyone. Next thing is self-regulation. Now, self-regulation is developing the skill on how to deframe situations. So if just say, for instance, you had a project, and then one of your group members didn't do their work, and you were the leader of the group. So they say, oh, I'm so sorry, I haven't done the work. Then you have to see, okay, will I achieve the goal if I blast my teammate right now? Or should I sort of encourage them and mold them? So it's deframing an emotional situation. And I think by developing these three things, you'll be able to be a transformational leader. So going back to the question that was raised in this conference, what type of leadership styles do you think is needed today? I think that as youth leaders, you have to try and develop yourself to be transformational leaders, sustainable leaders, so that when you leave, you have already developed leaders amongst your followers. Just as Dr. Kendriati has done in our organization. So thank you. I wish you all the best with your projects, with your community projects, school projects, and I do hope that you actually got what you signed up for when you did this workshop or forum. Vinaka.
Thank you. That is very interesting. We certainly have something to think about now. And thank you, Charlotte, for sharing that with us. So now to introduce our second panelist, Ms. Nazia Ali. Ms. Nazia Ali didn't start her career with the aim to be in business. In fact, accounting and mathematics were her least favorite subjects. The youngest of 10 children, she was born in Ba in an age when television and internet were yet to be a reality. For entertainment, she loved reading so much that by the time she was 10, she was convinced that she was going to make a living as an author of children's books and retire early. Nazia's love for storytelling pushed her to study journalism at the University of the South Pacific. Following this, she became a tutor in journalism before joining Fiji Television as current affairs journalist. Her last stint was as the communications coordinator for United Nations Women for 5 years. While the dream to write children's books is still there, Nazia is currently running Cover Story Limited, a successful publishing company that she founded in 2011. Please put your hands together for Ms. Nazia Ali.
Thank you, Courtney. That was a beautiful presentation from Charlotte earlier. And just listening through her presentation, I couldn't help but take notes myself because I felt like there were a lot of things that I could learn from her speech. And I think that you're very lucky to have had the opportunity to hear her speak. I was sitting there and I was looking out and I said, oh my God, I feel like I was just in this space, a similar space, yesterday, but the reality is that it was 15 years ago. Now that's revealing how old I am. I know I don't look that old, but I feel like I feel what you feel right now, you know, kind of bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to conquer the world. Except that I feel like the energy is a bit low. So can we just get everybody to stand up? Stand up, stretch a bit. I feel like, you know, you need a bit of energy after taking all that sweet cakes and pies and sandwiches. All right, now we can have you sit down again. I know that was short-lived, right? Yeah. Everything sweet is always short. So I'll go to my presentation, which really isn't much in terms of visuals. You'll have to endure the next 15 minutes just looking at me, because I'm just vain and I love people looking at me. I'm kidding. I think the first question I'd like to ask is, how many of you consider yourself a leader already? If you do, then please put your hands up. Okay, great. So let me tell you this, you are a leader. The fact that you have taken the step to come into this space and to listen and to be part of a group that is going to network and work together, you know, for your future. You might have individual goals, whatever you want to be, that is the first step. That is the will to start. And today I'm here to talk to you about will. So we'll go back to me, because I'm self-centered like that. But because the only way I can talk to you about leadership is based on my experience. So being the youngest of 10 children, of course, you're bullied by everybody, you know, above you. So there's 9 of them, 6 boys, 3 girls. The 6 boys and 3 girls are almost like 6'6". So you have told people telling you, do this, do that, you're not supposed to do this, you can't rest like that, where are you sitting, get up, go, do that. So I ended up doing everybody's work. So in a way, growing up, I learned to delegate. Because they delegated all their jobs to me, I learned the skill firsthand. You know, if you want to get away with anything, you just tell somebody else to do. So being a leader, you don't have to do everything. You know, so that's the lesson. You don't have to do everything. Sometimes you think being a leader, okay, I'm going to go there, do this, do that, you know, I'm going to conquer the world, and then everything, you know, is going to be accredited to me. But no. You know, a good leader actually thinks through, plans what they want to achieve, and then delegate. And when you delegate, you actually empower the person that you've delegated to. You know, so you're not selfish or self-centered saying, oh, I did all this work, but really there's a team behind you that has done everything. But because you've given so much ownership to everybody else, you feel like it's a team effort. So you have all gotten together and created something. Let's say in my business, it's the business of publishing. So without, you know, the magazine that you see on the shelves or on the plane that we produce, they have been put together by at least 30 people. You would just think, you know, it's just me and I'm just pointing my fingers, you know, and getting everybody to do the work. But I have very creative people behind me who, you know, take photographs, lay out the stories, who write the story, who go out there, interview people, get beautiful things that you get to enjoy in front of you in a magazine. I believe most of you are on your phone these days, but the people they do, they probably appreciate the beautiful pictures and the effort that has gone into creating them. And that is sort of what I want to talk to you about sharing responsibility and inspiring other people. So being a leader is not only being a, you know, the one person who has to do everything, but you share the responsibility and you work together. And then in the end, when you do come up with something beautiful, you feel like it's a very rewarding experience because not only have you achieved something, everybody else, the 10 of you or 20 of you or 30 of you, have all made this thing possible. Yes, I use technology to remind me too. Even though I just miss out on the millennial group. I was like, oh, I thought I was in the millennial group, but actually not. So I tried to be a millennial, so I tried to be trendy and fancy and, you know, be on Facebook and other social media, but I still feel like I'm not really into it. So I have to really get some tips from Charlotte on how the millennials and you guys, how the millennials really live life these days. What I wanted to say really is, you know, it's okay to be different. Growing up, we all aspire to be something, and you feel like to be a leader, you have to follow somebody, specifically because they're being successful. So don't follow me because you think I'm successful. It's okay to be different. So you can be different, but try and work on the principles of being a good leader, which, you know, I will not repeat because Charlotte has done a really good job doing. So also the other thing that I want to say was being different, you don't, you know, sometimes you feel like being different is the reason why you cannot succeed. Like, for example, if you're a female and you're from rural town like Ba, then you can't make it into anything because you have to be in Suva to be something. But going back to what Aile said, when you have the will and you take a step, you can become something. So being different should not be the reason why you cannot succeed or you cannot do anything. So whether, you know, you shouldn't be feeling different because of your age or your sex or your ethnicity or the way you look, whether you're big or small or tall or short. Nothing of this should be sort of a factor that will be a barrier to you. The other point that I wanted to say is you know, I think Charlotte has talked about this earlier, was about confidence. You know, I think looking around, I don't feel like any of you lack confidence. You are confident people, and you have a lot on your shoulders. You know, recently I read that the new age group tend to want to solve problems. They want to be the reason that the world is a better place. And I feel that, you know, that's a really positive thing that you have. That you feel like because you have all this technology at your hand, you know, the access to information is much better to you than it was during the time when I was growing up. But at the same time, you have more accessibility to funds, more accessibility to people these days than it was before to solve problems. You know, you have different problems that you are trying to solve, whether let's say you're thinking of setting up a business that, that lists all the mechanics, you know, because now everybody has a Prius you know, suddenly they'll all need repairs. So you say, okay, I'm going to set up a business so that everybody who's living all around Fiji can have access to whoever, you know, is the Prius mechanic. So you make a list and you create an app, and you found a solution to a problem that most people are going to have in the future. So in a way, you know, these are the sort of, I feel that, which is true, that most people your age or in this position, I can see not everybody is in the teens or in the early 20s. I think a lot of people around my age are on the group, which makes me feel better about myself. But, you know, you are at the position where so many things can happen, you know, so you need to have the can-do attitude, and you also need to take action. You know, if I look back and somebody asked me, what would I have done different? I would have said that I would have started my business when I was 20. You know, because I feel like I'm a bit late entering into the market. So whatever it is that you want to do, don't delay. You know, it's no other day, you know, to start than today. So whatever it is that you want to achieve, you know, don't hold back. You know, don't feel like that's something, you have to wait for something to happen. You don't have to wait for a sign. You don't have to wait for, you know, for you to graduate. You can already start working towards it. Just in closing, I just want to say that, you know, when you do make it out there and you become a leader, first and foremost, you know, with this technological advancement, first and foremost, you have to remember that at the heart of everything it's people. So, you know, technology will give you access to everybody, but really it's the people. So how you treat your peers, you know, how you treat people that you work with will always matter. But at the same time, what's even more important is how you treat yourself. If you're kind to yourself, and you think of your own future and want to be happy, and that will also translate with how you treat other people. So I think that's it from me. If anything, I think later on I can answer some questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nazia, for that very interesting and inspiring speech. And now I open the floor to questions and comments for 10 minutes. If you have any question, please direct it to our panelists, and you have 10 minutes to do so. Just put your hand up. Yeah. Any questions?
All right, I have a question to Ms. Taylor. Can you share us a little bit of your experience? How did you secure fundings for the Creative Women or the organization that you work for? Thank you.
Thank you. I think one of the biggest challenges I faced when I took on this role was to let go, because before this I was used to doing basically almost everything in Graduate Women Fiji. I was the treasurer, the secretary, that you name it, everything. So I basically know how it works. And then when it came to being the president of GWF, we had a VP post for development, VP post for marketing, and VP post for funding, and the treasurer as well, and a paid secretariat. And then I kept sending emails, and I kept sending minutes, and then I realized, then one of my colleagues, Rona, came to me, and she's like, Charlotte, you're the president. You're not supposed to be doing our jobs for us. And I was like, oh, okay, then what am I going to do then? And then she said, no. So then I sort of went back to that self-reflection. And so like being a leader doesn't mean that all of a sudden you have this leader cape and you know what to do. It's sort of like a learning thing. So I went back and I looked back at how Dr. Kendriati did it. So that's why it's important to have mentors. And then I saw that she actually she let us do it, and then she actually looked ahead. Where can we access funding? What projects can we take on? So then that's the position I started to take. I started to try and identify gaps in society and let my team continue the work of running the organization. And my job was to find out how can I access funding. So we approached government for a certain project we did. How can I move towards the vision of enabling girls and women pursue further education? So that brought about creating networks with Rotaract and so forth. So going back to your question, I actually had to learn to trust people, to let go, and to learn through reflection and through discussion with my peers on how to have an aerial view and how to maintain the vision of the organization. I hope that sort of answers your question. Thank you.
Charlotte Taylor, my question is, how can you work and be still successful and still have time with your daughter, your princess, your family?
Good question, yeah.
Sorry, and Nasya Ali, what are the challenges that you face to make you become very successful in your publication business?
Would you like to go first? Okay. For considering, I think it goes back to time management and making sure that you account every minute of your days. So there's a saying that says that make sure that you run the day and the day doesn't run you. So I made sure that I set out the priorities for GWF, and then I set out what days are we meeting, what time are we meeting, and the weekends was a log off. The weekends were for Faustina, you know, and as a mom, it's really hard. Like sometimes I do get emotional that I'm not spending a lot of time with her, but then again, I know I have a supportive husband. And that's the important thing, having a team player. And he also has the same passion as me, so he understands when I have to go for GWF events and even for work with USP. So to go back to your question, it's time management, and if you are in a relationship, that you have a very supportive partner with you. Thank you.
Thank you for the question, because I feel like it's something I wanted to address during my talk, but I just didn't have enough time, because you know I love talking. But I'll cut to the point. I think one of the things that most people fear when they start business is rejection, and they feel like people will say, oh, you failed. You know, I think what I did was I just jumped into the end of the pool, or end of the deep end, and then I tried to figure out my way out, you know. And it don't, like Charlotte said, you don't necessarily need to know everything. You sometimes need to just have that will to go. So the challenge I had was, at that time I was much younger, so people assumed that either I was too dumb, and because I kind of looked pretty then, so they said, oh, no. So they say like, oh, it's just this pretty girl who just, you know, got started a business and she thinks she can do anything. So, you know, I had a lot of rejection like that. Oh, okay, I don't think she'll make it, you know. Okay, come back after a few years when you've done well. You know, so one thing I didn't have was I didn't have gray hair then. Now I do, which is a plus point. But, you know, just being young and a female, you know, even in this day and age, where everybody's supposed to be treated equally was probably my biggest hurdle. Most people said, oh, being young and female is like probably a positive thing, but for me back then wasn't. And it was just 6 years ago when I started the business. And knowing about business, you know, nobody told me I'll cry like every 2 weeks because I had to pay my staff and I had no money. You know, like I had to find creative ways to survive. You know, I look back and I said, 6 years, oh man, how did I do that? You know, so it's about the will. If you believe in your vision, if you believe in what you're going to do, then, you know, you'll find ways to make it happen. I think I hope I've answered your question. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Hello, I have a question to Ms. Nazia Ali. It was said earlier that you were a reader and you wanted to be a children's author. What were the books that inspired you to become, to want to be a children's author?
I think I started really early reading. So I think there was this series called The Golden Books. And so I probably would have been 5 or 6. But really, who inspired me was my brother. He had, you know, he was 5 years older than me, and he seemed like he had everything in the world that I didn't. He was a boy, he could wear shorts, even really short shorts, and he could grow his hair and nobody could, you know, had a problem with it. He could play soccer until 8 o'clock at night and come back, no one would tell him off. And he had a treasure trove of books under his bed. So whenever he went out, I would go under his bed and pick all the books that he had and read. And then I was like, oh, it must be cool to read. But then, you know, I fell in love with reading because it was so informative. I learned so much, and I'm not a native English speaker, you know. I always wanted to speak English and sound smart. I went to a Hindi-speaking school, so I was like, yeah, I read this book. It's like, oh yeah, stupendous. I was like, yeah, I'll try find ways to use stupendous. But, I mean, it was because I wanted to be my brother, because, you know, he was a boy. And it was the sad reality of being a female in a rural town, where, you know, my sense of independence was seen through, you know, a relative of mine who seemed to have everything, while me being a female, I didn't really have that much access.
Thank you so much.
Oh, round of applause.
My question is to Nazia Ali. What were the challenges that you faced as a young leader when since you were youngest of the 10 children?
Or just having my voice heard. You know, I realized I had to throw a tantrum before anybody could listen to me. So in a way, it kind of helped me to really push myself to be heard and to make anything. So I learned that I needed to work really hard to first get attention and work really hard to get anywhere. So, you know, I never got anything easy. I mean, you'd assume being the youngest, you'll be spoiled and you'll get everything. I had to earn my chocolates, which was, you know, probably once a month, because I was naughty most of the time. But yeah, I mean, really, the challenge is, I think it goes back to, you know, our society, but I think it has changed a lot. You know, now you see women and children, you know, are more equal, not completely, but, you know, it has improved from, you know, probably 20 years ago. And I see my nieces, you know, and they can, you know, they can go out and do extracurricular activities and do whatever they want, wear really, really short shorts and not be told off about it. So I feel like you know, this generation, it has changed, and some of the challenges that we grew up, you know, in is not the same anymore, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. You know, I do understand that in some communities it's still very evident, you know, even the community that I'm in. So it's very individualistic, I think, you know, it's an individual experience, you know, at this day and age, but I wouldn't say it's a generic thing as well.
Make it quick.
Okay. This is for more like a comment. I think so. The leadership role that you talked about was something to do with how we are consultative, a consultative kind of approach, or transformative?
Transformative role. So you're there to build people, to mold them.
The challenge that we have, in terms of the two roles that I think in terms of leadership that I've seen is how we take ourselves from one place to another. And at the same time trying to influence people who don't really, have any, understanding and there's a lot of challenge to that. Because I've done this in terms of we had formulated something like the Intercultural Association. This was done in 2014. The saddest thing that we didn't have the charisma of students to understand something that we can build in terms of different cultures that we wanted to identify and make as good leaders. But I do like the way that the building of transformative could actually go to other people. Thank you for that thing.
Thank you, most welcome.
Thank you very much, Charlotte and Nazia. Thank you for taking the time out to share your experiences to us young leaders and to inspire us to work hard, dream bigger, and achieve more. And with that, delegates, I ask that we put our hands once again together to show our sincere gratitude and appreciation. Now we have 30 minutes to work together in your groups to discuss and reflect on what we have heard from our two speakers. So I ask you now to move to your groups and start your discussions. Yes. I'm sure Nazia and Charlotte has shared with us a lot of their experiences that we can discuss among our groups. So given what we have heard from our two panelists, in your groups, I would like you to discuss what you believe inspired you the most. Yeah. So you can move anywhere around you can move anywhere. Middle, yeah, on the floor. So given what we've heard from the two panelists, are there certain things that you find parallels in? As a young leader, you would have obstacles that you can discuss and the strategies that you put in place to overcome this. So discuss. The question is, what personal attributes are needed by leaders today? What personal attributes are needed by leaders today? I can give you an example. Charlotte had mentioned the need to have continuous self-development in order to inspire and mold others as well. So that's something that you can think about while you're doing your discussions. You have 15 minutes. So while you're discussing, please appoint a member to share in 2 minutes what you have discussed. So keep that in mind. You have one member that will come up and discuss what you've discussed.
Or will present.
Can I please have group 1 identify themselves? Please put your hand up if you're group 1. Thank you. Group 2? Group 3? Group 4? 5? 6? 7? 8? 9? 10? Thank you very much.